You're listening to the Couch Friends podcast with Crystal, Jenna, and Christy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Couch Friends. We are here today to have a really exciting episode with you. We're super excited about it. It should be fun. But first, we'll check in and see how everybody's week went. And we know Crystal had a birthday this weekend.
Woo!
So, Crystal, anything fun?
Yeah, it was like low key, but really, really nice. You know, my birthday coincided with a lot of things. So we had like Grandparents' Day going on at school. And then the Packers played their first game of the fall season that night. And so when we were trying to decide, like, well, what should we do as a family? Like, we had to work around all that.
Nice. Priorities.
Really, guys? Okay, fine. So Friday night, we had a Packer party and like
Cool.
open presents.
And everybody's happy.
Yeah. And then we did brunch on Saturday. And then I kind of had a friend that I get to see every once in a while. Like, we don't talk, you know, like every day or anything. But she just was like, hey, like, want to get together? And I was like, yes. So we
Nice.
did that last night. So that was kind of like a nice
Awesome.
surprise.
Fun.
It was really nice. Yeah. So.
Yep. And Crystal finally joined the
Oh,
the what, Crystal?
the Stanley Club.
She got her first Stanley. Look at her.
My
So
kids got
pretty.
it for me. This was their present.
Yeah.
And they were so excited. And it was like a joint effort too, because my daughter was like, this is what we're getting, Mom. And then one of my sons was like, and this is the color we're going to get. So they like knew me. I thought that was so sweet. So I'm like,
That
"Aw."
is
Yeah.
I love the
So-
color.
very sweet.
So do you love it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's no going back
Yep.
now.
Yeah, I know, right? I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, glad you had a great weekend, and we will continue to celebrate this weekend.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to do something kind of fun here. We are going to just do some rapid fire, all about us questions, so you guys can kind of get to know more about your couch friends. And obviously, if you have anything you want to add, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you too, or maybe one of your answers to one of the questions would be something we would love to hear, till we can get to know you. So let's just start off with the first one. All right. Okay. We haven't rehearsed this, so this is the real deal.
Off the cuff.
That's it.
Yep.
All right. So our favorite way to spend a weekend. What would you say your favorite way to spend a weekend is? Christy, go.
My favorite way to spend a weekend with absolutely nothing to do and at home the entire time, doing something just at home with my kids, and then like a girls' night out dinner, maybe on like a Friday or Saturday night, or a trip to Disney, depending on the time of year.
Yes, depending on the time of year, for sure.
Yeah. I would tend to agree, but I think if I had to pick, I would do like a blend of like, a little bit of something to do, like similar, like a girls' night out or like a family outing, a little bit, but not like the whole day or the whole weekend. And then some time for me to like just do things on my to-do list or
Ooh, that's good
just
too.
something to like refresh my own, you know, mental state. And then of course, I think every weekend has to have the what's coming up in the coming week and time to prep for
Prepping,
that. So
yep.
I feel like if I have those things, I'm like, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
I think so. I agree with all of that. And I think for me too, I like to be busy on the weekend, but like by Saturday afternoon, late Saturday afternoon, Sunday, I want to catch up. I want to slow down so that I'm ready for the week. Because if I don't have like my laundry done and groceries bought and things like that, come Monday morning, I feel
Unprepared.
unprepared.
Yeah,
And I don't like that.
I
But
do
yeah,
too.
always a trip to Disney is a win for me. That's definitely, it's relaxing, whether I go into the parks, whether I just go to one of the restaurants. Just being at Disney is always fun for me. And if my children have like one sport, like one game that weekend, just one game, that'd be great. 4 games, no, one game is good.
That is so many. Oh my word.
So, but yeah, that's probably a perfect weekend.
Is anybody like the nap is a necessity, like the Sunday nap or the
Oh,
Saturday afternoon nap?
I mean, it's not a necessity, but it is an absolute good thing.
It's always welcome.
I do not mind a nap. Those
Always
3-hour
welcome.
naps where you just
Yeah.
feel like you slept forever, those are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this one's kind of fun. Are you a morning person or a night person? I'll go first.
Mm.
I wouldn't say I'm either.
Interesting.
Yeah. When you say night, like by 10 o'clock, I'm kind of done.
Mm-hmm.
9:30, I'm kind of done. Now in the morning, I do like to get up earlier, but I also need about 30 minutes where I can just not talk to anyone.
Mhm.
I can just I can start my day quiet, and then I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say probably if I had to pick one, it would be more a morning person after I get that 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it easy for you to get up in the morning? Like
Yes.
early?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you probably would be
Yep.
somewhat of a morning person.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of. I know I'm not a morning person. I don't think so. I enjoy when I do get up early and I have that extra time. I feel like my day is a lot more productive, but I do not like it. I do not like getting up
Yeah.
before the sun gets up. And I do get grumpy at night if I stay up too late. So, but then some nights, I don't know, I like get just a burst of energy at night and I could stay up till midnight, like doing chores or projects or something. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of neither also.
I know. See?
This is why we're friends.
Are you neither?
Because I think I'm neither too.
See?
And it like depends, I think, on like the life part
Yeah.
that you're in. But in
Yeah.
this current, I do not really enjoy getting up super early. I never have though. Like never have liked that. I've had to do it out of necessity sometimes in order to get the quiet time, or
Yeah.
if like, oh, this is the only time I have to exercise before like little ones are like, mommy.
Because that's what they do.
Yes, but now it's just kind of like, no, I don't really want to get up when it's dark.
No.
And I really don't want to stay up late either, because my brain just gets really tired. And even if I'm up late, I don't want to be doing things. I want to just be like in my bed reading a book or like doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same.
So I think it's just because I'm old.
Well, same.
I know, because when I was 20, I did like to stay up all night, but not anymore.
Oh, yes. I remember those.
No.
Yeah. I could easily stay up till 5 in the morning.
No.
No problem.
Now,
But those days are long gone.
those days are gone.
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. So now this could be anything. This could be a food. This could be anything that you dislike that other people like.
Mine is just bananas.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Crystal does not like
I don't like
bananas.
them.
Mine would be I do not like seafood
Mm.
at all. I don't eat anything. If it swims in the ocean, I will not eat it.
And mine is onions.
Yeah.
I know.
Mhm.
I know. Okay, but wait. Do I like onion flavor? Yes.
Mhm.
I like onion flavor. I think it's a texture thing. Growing up, this is kind of funny. Growing up, my mom would make say like homemade macaroni and cheese.
Mm.
Okay? And she'd make her mac and cheese, and then she'd make a small one, and it was without onions for me.
Oh, I love that she put
Aw.
onions in mac and cheese. That would be so good.
golly.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I love onions. Put them in everything.
Oh.
Everything.
It's just that crunch. I don't
Mhm.
know. I know. We're gonna have people coming at me on that one, but I just don't like them.
Well, I
No,
know-
I think
know
it's a
people
love
who
or hate
don't.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like even like I love salsa, right? Y'all know I love
yeah.
chips
How
and
do you
salsa,
not
right?
eat onions?
Okay, so I'll get my salsa and I put it in the blender,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
so it's all really smooth.
Pureed.
It's pureed.
Okay.
I've had to
the
do
best
that
way.
for my family members
Yep.
Okay.
who do not like onions. But
Yep.
if the onion wasn't there, they'd be like, ew.
Yep. That's why I said I like the flavor.
Right.
I can't
so
do
it's a texture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You guys want to hear something gross? My grandmother used to eat them raw, like an apple.
I have heard of people who do that. I don't like them that much.
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did she cry with it? You know,
Oh.
people say like,
I don't know. I just remember that. That's as a kid.
It makes my eyes water just thinking about doing that.
I'm just like, ooh.
No, onions are an addition. They are not a standalone food. They are
No.
like a put with other things for flavor.
In small doses.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
raw.
Oh, it's so funny. All right. So, how do you waste time most often?
I'll go first. I waste time on my phone.
Yeah.
I do. I use it as like I'll just, the social media, you guys.
It's real.
I mean, I could probably say maybe I'm addicted a little bit because it's like I'm just like, oh, I need like 5 minutes to just like,
Yeah.
and I'll just be like, oh, what's going on? Do 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 do
Yep.
do. I'm
Yep.
just like, oh, let me see
That,
what's
like,
going
aimless
on.
scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
My answer is the same at night. That's my sit in bed when I'm ready for bed and scroll through the phone, scroll through the social media. Yeah. An hour can go by and you don't even realize it.
You don't even realize it.
Yeah.
No.
And I do also like to have the TV on, but I find myself having to have the phone and the TV on.
Okay, I was just about to say. So when you have your TV on at night, when you're relaxing and going to bed,
Mhm.
do you have your phone in your hand?
I do, and it's
See,
kinda like
I do too.
the TV is like a background noise,
Yes.
or something to look at, and then the phone is like what I'm doing.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think it's our attention spans that have really gotten screwed up because of the phone.
I
do.
know.
I do. I think
I
it's a
know.
real thing. But
Yeah. Well, I'll make that 3 and say that probably social media. I mean, maybe not social media, phone. Like you said, the phone.
yeah.
Whatever it is I'm doing on the phone, whether it's texting someone, whether it's on social media, look, calendaring, putting reminders, setting alarms,
To-do lists.
whatever I'm doing on there, right? It's always on the phone.
Everything is like right there. Everything
Yep.
that
Quick.
you need
Yeah.
Yep.
at the just right in the palm of your hand.
Okay, so we kind of talked about things that we dislike, and we all kind of chose a food. So let's go to what's our favorite food. What would you say my favorite food is? I think y'all know this.
Chips and salsa.
Yeah. Would you say that, Crystal?
Oh my gosh. I know a food that you're really picky about it being good.
What?
Steak.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes. Chris-
That's so true.
That's so funny because we went to a restaurant one time together. We went to a steakhouse and it was a train wreck.
they
for
could
my-
not get it
yeah.
right.
They couldn't get it right.
It's a
but-
nice restaurant too. They should have gotten it right.
Yeah. Yeah. But chips and salsa is probably my number one.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite food, Crystal?
I don't have like one favorite. I'm not super picky about. I like appreciate all the food.
Yeah.
Like all of you are good. So I would say like if I had to pick like I don't even know if this is the right word, but like the genre of food or style. Like I really love Greek Mediterranean food. I love Latin food too. We enjoy going around to like all the little Latino places that you would never think about going to. Like my husband and I, we're like, ooh, let's try this Puerto Rican place out. Let's try, this Cuban place. Let's try this. And it's always so
Yeah.
good. And I can't recreate it at home. I think that's the thing. Like I really like stuff that I'm like, well, I can't.
Make
I mean, I got to go
yourself-
get it because
Yeah.
I can't like recreate
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
at home.
Mine would be 2 things actually. Like a really good New York style vegetable pizza and Mexican food. Any Mexican food. I could eat Mexican food every day.
Me too. Very good. Okay, awesome. All right, so this one you have to think about a little bit. What do people assume about you? I think people think that I am kind of standoffish, not approachable. Maybe not approachable is the right word, but maybe that I don't want to talk to them. But that's actually not true. So the second part, what would you want people to know about you? I want them to know that that's actually not true. And the fact of the matter is that I'm a little bit more shy. Like I don't want to make the first, it's not a first move, but you know what I mean? Like I don't want to, it's like, well, what if they don't want to talk to me? Or what if they think I'm weird? What if they, I don't know. I just get all these thoughts in my head, which are probably not true, but that's what I think, which causes me to maybe appear not approachable or standoffish. Does that make sense?
Oh yes, because that would be my answer.
Yeah?
Also.
Okay.
Exactly.
See?
Because I also have resting bitch face. Sorry.
Let's see it.
Wait, let me see. I didn't see.
I'm laughing. I mean, I've been told.
Oh my gosh, who told you that?
I don't believe that for a second.
Oh, but I see it. I
Do
see
you?
it. Yeah, I see it. Like if I've seen, I don't know, pictures or videos of myself in the past, I see it. So yeah, I think sometimes maybe I look unapproachable too, but the truth of the matter is I am very introverted and not like outgoing naturally. So yeah, I don't always approach people or start conversations, but I'm always open to it. Like if somebody wants to come up to me and talk to me, start a conversation, sure.
Which, okay, let's just say, like, our friendship started by how many times did I pass you on the sidewalk walking dogs?
Yeah, we both did.
Lots of times, right?
Right.
Never spoke to each other.
I think we like smiled and like waved or
Just
something
kinda-
because we're
yeah,
always passing each other.
Yeah,
But
but it's not that but I was like, oh, might think I'm weird, or I don't know, maybe she doesn't want to talk to me. But then one day we were just, I don't know,
yeah,
I think it was talking about the kids or
yeah.
I don't know. And then one of us reached out, and then here we are.
Yep.
Couch friends.
Yep.
How about you, Crystal?
I think mine's going on kind of the same wavelength as yours. I feel like if people don't know me really well, I think people think maybe I'm a little bit of an ice queen, like like an Elsa, like
Really?
stay away, don't come. Maybe not so much like now, but like I have been told like I'm a little bit of a or maybe not have been told. Maybe
See, I don't
it's
see you
just
that
my
way at all.
family
I don't-
member.
No, I don't
No.
see that at all.
But yeah, I think I am a little bit because I am also I feel like I have tendencies of extrovertism, but I'm definitely an introvert as far as like where I gain my
Energy.
like my energy
Yeah.
and stuff. So I'm not always out there having to be amongst the peoples. But I like people. I like them. So I think I people might assume that maybe I'm a little bit rigid or a little bit like, oh, she's like, the Christian girl that we can't like be ourselves around. And I'm
Oh,
just
and
here to
that's
say
not
that's
true.
not true
You are
at all. I love you.
very different
you all.
than what you
No.
just described. No.
Yeah.
All right, good. That was good. All right, so another kind of thinking question. How has mental health affected your life? Part 2 of that question, or a mental health hack affected your life?
Well, I'll go. Mental health, I feel like, or the focus on mental health has greatly changed my life within the past couple years. I think it was something that I used to not really even be aware of. Like, I never really thought about like, oh, is my mental state like subpar right now that maybe I need a break and I need to focus on some things for me? I would never have even considered that. So to now, first of all, to be aware that that I do have a mental state and that that it should be healthy, and to know too, like, oh, like here are the signs that I'm not healthy.
Yeah.
And that's a signal for me to give grace to myself and to like, I think we mentioned before, to take a time out, to do something, even if it's to do something off of a list that that if you just get this one thing done, you'll be more at peace. My mental health hack lately is I've been really into like wanting to pay attention to what my body's telling me. Whether I'm feeling anxiety, like where I'm feeling it. Is it in my chest? Is it in my breathing? Where am I tight? Is it in my back or my neck? And when I start to feel anxiety that way, I will make myself lay down for like 15 to 20 minutes, not take a nap or anything like that, just close my eyes and lay down and let my body reset. And I can literally feel my body reset. Like it will, like my body will pulse in the places that I'm most tense. And it's not the same place every time that I end up doing this type of relaxation exercise. Like, and I don't know. I don't have any like sense to why that is, but I just think it's really interesting that our body, if we give it 15 to 20 minutes, it will do what it needs to do to bring us
Interesting.
back to like a state of calm, like your nervous system resetting. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's really, yeah. So that's like my latest mental health.
I need
hack.
to know more about that.
I want to know more about it too. I want to know more about somatics. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you read The Body Keeps the Score?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
From front to back, the whole
Yeah.
entire thing.
It's fascinating
Yeah.
how the mind and the body are so connected.
All right, Christy, do you have a mental health hack?
I was
Or
trying to think if I have a hack. The only hack I can think of, so I've had anxiety and panic attacks since I was in my pretty early 20s. So I think the only hack I can think of is that when I feel like a panic attack is coming on, instead of panicking a little more and it like going into a full blown panic attack where I like have to leave where I am, and will just tell myself, you're having a panic attack. You know what this is. You're not dying. You're not going to pass out. You know, like everything's going to be fine. You're
like
just
talk
having
yourself down.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what this is. And when I do that, usually it subsides within like a few minutes or less.
I think sometimes when your body's in distress like that, it's really screaming, pay attention to me. I need you to pay attention to me. And as soon as you do, it's like, thank you.
Oh, that's
Thank
nice.
you.
Yeah, that's a good way to think
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And years of therapy and stuff like that helps too.
I was thinking about mine, and I feel like I have a lot of things that I need help with, but
Don't we all?
so I struggle, and I feel like it's gotten worse. We've talked about this before. As I've gotten older, just anxiety about weird things that I didn't used to get anxious about, but I do now. And one thing about me that you'll learn is I do not ride elevators. Do not. So you're thinking, okay, so how do you like go up? We use the stairs.
Many flights.
But
upstairs.
sometimes, like in the last, let's see, it was probably a month ago, we were going up, we were going to a restaurant at the top of a hotel, okay? And everybody else was up there. It was on like the 8th floor. And I was like, oh, I'll just climb the stairs, right? Sometimes when you go to those like rooftop areas, they don't have an access for a certain reason to the 8th floor. So you get to the 7th, and that's as high as you can go as far as the stairs are concerned because the door was locked. Okay, so in that moment, I had to use my hack, if you want to call it, that I've had to learn, which is, okay, Jana, you have to get upstairs, right? You have to do this. This is what you're going to do. You're just going to take a deep breath. You're going to, lots of people in the world ride elevators all day long. This is like what goes through my head. And I have to basically talk myself down.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's a hack. It's just what I have to do. Or a fan. I have to bring a fan everywhere.
That helps too.
Yeah, because I usually get really hot
And panicky. Yeah.
and panic.
Yeah, but you know what? Do you know what a good friend Jana is?
Mm.
About 2 months ago,
Oh,
this is what a good friend she is. 2 months ago, I had my final hearing for my divorce, and it was a very high conflict divorce. It was very stressful because I was going to be face to face with my ex-husband, and these two came and sat in the waiting room just to be with me and like offer moral support. And Jana had to ride an elevator up to the, what was it?
Oh my gosh, I don't even wanna think about it.
16th
Yeah. Yep.
floor?
and it was an elevator that when we got on, I remember Crystal, it didn't even have any numbers, right? Like it didn't have the buttons, right?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
the one where
'cause
you
you
push it
have
on the
to-
outside.
Yeah, you have to select it from the outside, and then it
Yes.
just sends you there.
Yeah.
And so then, of course, I was like, okay, so what do we do if we get inside and it doesn't go up? Then how do we push the button? Because there's no buttons. And they're just like, Jana, be quiet.
But Jana handled this so well because I was not a good friend because I wasn't even like, it's going to be okay. Like she was to herself. We're halfway up and I turned to her. I'm like, oh my gosh, isn't this like your like your worst fear? And she's like, yep, trying to hold it together right now. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You're doing great.
But then Crystal escorted me down when I had to leave early. I
Yeah.
was like, Crystal, we ride the elevator down with me.
But you wrote it down when we
Yeah.
went to lunch.
You did it 4
and
times.
then you
did.
wrote it back up on the way back from lunch.
I did.
And then, so 4 times in one day.
Let's not think about it. Let's talk about it anymore.
She's getting anxious.
Let's not talk about that anymore. That's a lot of flight. It's
Yeah.
upstairs.
Uh,
Yeah, I know. So if anyone else out there hates elevators like I do, if you have a hack that you'd like to send our way,
Yeah.
I'm sure my friends would appreciate that hack.
The
so
hack
they
is
don't have to
take
deal
the
with me.
stairs.
Stairs.
No, I don't like elevators either, but I don't think my fear goes as deep as yours.
Yeah, I know. I'm weird.
But given the choice, I will not ride an elevator.
All right. So basically, let's just move right in. If we're talking about people being irrational like myself in elevators, do you have an irrational fear or your greatest fear? What would you say it is? Your greatest fear or an irrational fear?
My greatest irrational fear, which I don't know if it's irrational, it's legitimate, but I'm afraid of throw up. I'm
Like,
what you would-
wait. You throwing up or someone else?
both.
Oh,
both.
okay.
I'd rather die than throw up. Literally.
Really?
No, I'm not even joking. I'd rather die.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's a word for it, emetophobia. So that's me.
See, once again,
Emetophobia.
we all have our things.
Yes. So having 3 children, very interesting being afraid of that. Yeah. But I've gotten a lot better having them because it does happen and I've had to deal with it. So I would say that my fear is less nowadays than it used to be, but it is still there. If I hear somebody throw up, if I see throw up, I get like an anxious, just panicky, like I want to get out of here and never come back kind of feeling.
Like the time we were stuck in a monorail
Oh,
with a vomiting child. Yeah, that was
yes.
awesome.
Oh my gosh. Okay, see, like years ago, that would have sent me just spiraling, and I wouldn't have been able to continue on with the evening. But I had to sit there, and like you talk yourself into the elevator, I just had to sit there and be like, it's gonna be okay.
For the record, it wasn't none of our children.
No.
It was somebody else's child, and I felt bad for them, but I also felt really bad for all of us.
Yeah,
We were like,
small space,
how long
Yeah,
Like,
not a lot of air.
right in front of us.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. That's
Yeah, so that
my worst fear.
I have never, ever since I was a kid, never, like, same as you, had a fear like that. But I will say having children gives you a steel stomach.
Yeah,
Like, you just get used to some things.
yeah. It's kind of
But it's never pleasant. It's not like, oh, yay.
right.
Yeah.
It's that exposure therapy kind
Yeah.
of like you're
Yes.
exposed to it quite a bit when you have kids. So
Yes, so
Yeah.
many things you're exposed to
yeah.
when you have kids.
Yes.
My irrational fear at this point, I feel like there's some things I've had a great fear of that have actually happened. And so I have been through some things that maybe they're no longer maybe a greatest fear because I've walked through them. But it's not totally irrational because I could see this kind of happening. But like, I'm really terrified that one day I'm going to like hit somebody with my car.
Oh,
I don't know why, but it just has been kind of a thing that I'm always looking out at the crosswalks now. Not because I almost hit somebody or anything, but just I'm afraid, like, what if that happens? Like I don't see them or something,
Yep.
or like they cross while I'm going and I like hit them and then like my life is over
Yeah.
and ruined because
Yep.
I killed a person or hurt them.
I've had that thought.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
It's not irrational. I mean, it's
No.
yeah.
Yeah. I've had that thought.
I was sitting here thinking, wonder if I could top the elevator fear. I think it's just any enclosed space. But I think probably elevators are my most irrational fear, my greatest fear. But it's all good. We do what we have to do.
Yep.
To get through.
That we do.
That's right.
All right, so this is kind of funny. I think we're gonna do a different spin though. Let's do our favorite TV show from the 90s, 80s,
ER.
90s. What'd you say?
ER.
ER.
Is that from the 90s?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it is,
totally.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I love that show. That was good.
Mine is Seinfeld. Everybody Loves Raymond.
Friends. Is the name
Seinfeld.
of Friends lovers?
Friends.
Yeah.
I was a Friends. Yeah.
Okay, so anybody who knows me knows that this was my favorite show, and it was Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
I did
duh,
watch Saved
that
by the
too.
Bell,
I
like,
mean,
Me
right?
too.
a lot. Like,
yeah.
What was that show with Urkel?
Steve Urkel.
Steve
Family
Urkel.
Matters.
No,
Family
was it
Matters.
that?
No, it's called Family Matters.
is
Yeah.
it?
Right?
And Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes, I watched
That
that.
was pretty good.
too.
Wait, was Steve Urkel from Family Matters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good
Yep.
show.
That was the Friday night. Remember the TGIF Friday night
Yes.
lineup
And
was
then
like
the-
Family Matters, Full House.
Bill
I mean,
Cosby.
I watched Full
Yep.
House as a
Oh,
kid too. I did
yeah.
watch the Cosby Show as
The
a
Cosby
kid. That was
Show.
a great show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some good ones.
Yeah, but I still watch the repeats of like those shows that they have on TV Land now. Now TV Land is all the shows that we grew up with,
Yeah.
which used to
Yeah.
be like the I Love Lucy and all of that.
Mhm.
Good classic shows.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. We'll do two more.
'Kay.
Okay. What would you say your dream career would be if you could do anything?
I would be a film composer.
Aw.
You'd be good at that.
Mhm.
You'd be good at that.
I'd need a little bit more knowledge, but
Mhm.
so that's why it would be my dream. Like that's not going to happen, but if I could go back and do things differently, I think that's what I would really enjoy.
I watched Disney puts out like documentaries on how certain things are made, and they have one about the music of the Mandalorian, or maybe it's the Mandalorian in general, but a portion
Yeah.
was how they composed the music for it, and it just looks like so much
Yeah.
fun.
Yep.
Like here's the guy who's writing the music, and he's got like all the instruments, and he's just like doodling around. He's like
Yeah.
with his little recorder, and he's like, "That's it.
Yep.
All right."
Just
And like
sounds good.
literally, that's like the theme
Yeah.
song. I don't know. I was just like, oh.
Yeah, that'd be so fun. So fun.
Yeah.
I think if I could do anything, this sounds silly, but I just think it would be so fun, is to be, I don't know what's exactly called, but like the entertainment, not director, just entertainment person on a cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You know, that do like all the fun, the dancing, the, I don't know, the fun trivia
Yeah.
games, the just putting on the entertainment on a cruise ship.
Yep.
Maybe not necessarily entertaining, but you know what I mean? Just being part of that team
Right. Is that
and
what
being
the
on a cruise ship.
Is that what the cruise director is? Is that what it's called?
Maybe.
The cruise director?
Yeah. Maybe they're in charge of everything though.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in charge of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be good at that.
I would love that.
You could do that.
One day.
You could still do that.
One-
Maybe when you're retired or something, your kids are out of school. Just go live on a cruise ship and do
I-
that.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
This question's really hard for me. I don't know. I'm like, maybe it's because I can't commit to a dream. The word dream is like, oh. But I would say probably, well, when I was way younger, I was a musician. Well, I still am a
Yeah.
musician, but I loved singing. I don't do it so much anymore, but I really did want to like sing, perform. But I'm kind of glad I don't do that because it was pretty high stressful. Like to be a performer, there's a lot of anxiety that comes with that. I think I guess I would say my dream career at this point would be to manage like a counseling center or facility or some kind of like innovative mental health facility that offered all sorts of types of therapies, not just traditional what you think of when you think of like mental health counseling, but offered like all the different types of things, sort of like a fitness center, but
Oh, I
like
love
for
that.
mental health.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
But
you need to do that, Crystal.
that is like
you need
know,
to make that a
I
reality.
don't know what that really means yet, but
I love that.
That's a
So,
good one.
Yeah, that is a
yeah,
good
imagine
one.
if you could go to like a wellness center that really focused on all aspects of your wellness, not like you're just your physical wellness, but like, yeah, there's
the whole
all the things, the
person,
whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
So
I can totally see you doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to do that.
All right, let's do one more. If you could visit one more place, if you could go one more place in the world or anywhere in the world, where would it be?
one place that I really want to go to in the United States is actually like the Utah, like the Bryce Canyon, like all of that area in there. I'd love to go hike that and see it and explore that. I mean, I've never been to Yellowstone, so like any and all of that up in there.
Yeah.
but I really, really, I want to go to Switzerland. I want to go see the Swiss Alps. We were just talking about this last night at dinner because we had dinner with a pilot, and he's been to a lot of different places, and he's like, absolutely one of the most beautiful places on the earth.
Wow.
And he's like, and then he was like, and then you need to go to, you need to hop over the mountains and go to like Como in Italy, and then you need to like do this over in here in this section. So I would definitely like plan a trip to go in that area of Europe, like, and I mean Austria, like all that kind of like Bavaria kind of area. I would love to see.
That would be cool.
I second that. That would be amazing. I was going to say I'm kind of torn between two very different things. One of my favorite places I've been is Barcelona. So I don't know, somewhere European like that, or like where you said, like, I don't know, Lake Como or something in Italy. And then I just love New York City so much. It's like,
You do love New York.
just,
Yes.
I don't know, something about it just feels like so at home. But whenever I'm there, I just feel like so happy. And so
What do you love
being
about it? Do you
there.
love just the city feel?
I do. I love everything about it.
I think there's an energy there.
There is.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can just be amongst the people, but not have to, like, I don't know, interact with people, which sounds really stupid, but I don't know. It is the energy. It's the energy and just the feel of it. I don't know. It's hard to put my finger on what it is.
It's like the only city that is 24/7 open.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can,
yeah.
I mean, more or less feel safe even if you're out really late at night. Everything stays open.
Yep.
Yeah.
I definitely,
Which I think that's really neat.
yeah. I feel safer walking around New York City than I do walking around Orlando at night. 100%.
I would say for me, have you ever heard of Mackinac Island?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever been?
No.
No? That would be some place I'd want to go. So maybe one day we'll get to go there. Another place, I kind of have three. Another place is Nantucket.
Oh, me too.
Have you been?
No, but I want to go there.
Looks cool, right?
Yeah.
Nantucket.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I've just seen pictures. I like the little small, you get take a little ferry to get there. And then I haven't traveled abroad much at all, really at all. And so I think my first trip would be to go to London.
Yeah.
I just want to go to London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was fun. Thank you guys. We had some good answers. We laughed.
Learned a little bit.
Learned a little
about each other.
Yes.
Too.
And we'd love for you to send us an email, send us your thoughts, comment on any of our social media platforms where you can find us on YouTube.
Go subscribe on YouTube.
Yes, subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Where else are we?
All the
Spotify.
things.
All the things. You can find the Couch Friends podcast. And we are so thankful you're here. And until next time,
Bye, everybody.
bye.
Bye.